In May of 1953, Sir Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay became the first humans to reach the summit of Mount Everest. And what did they carry with them that day? But Romney's Kendal mint cake. So the mint cake has seen the highest highs, and today they will see the lowest lows as they appear in our pod and battle against a beef jerky called Three Guys Jerkin. You tried it. You Tried Dat. I'm Nick Norman with the pals Chad Hancock.
Howdy.
Nick Geiger.
Hello.
Did you guys know this was one of the snacks that made it to the top of Everest?
That's fascinating. We should have gotten James Cameron to take it in his sub to the bottom of the Marianas Trench.
I assumed it was made by Mitt Romney. I didn't know that it was older than him.
Mint Romney.
Mint Romney. That was too perfect.
Binders full of mint cakes.
It does. If you had Chad, do you have the box still, or did you?
Yes, I do. I do have the box. Yeah.
So there is a story of it on the back.
Oh, yes.
It's like their claim to fame, pretty much. Is
all
that this
caps,
thing
Mount
went up to
Everest.
Yeah. It's a big deal.
I hope Sir Edmund Hillary had good taste.
Oh, yeah. And I see right here in the text, it says, oh, yes, and the British people did not share it with any of the Sherpas who actually did all the work. Oh, yeah. Okay, I see that right there.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
Chad, you went to a concert.
I climbed the mountain recently of going to my first concert in like 10 years. You guys been to concerts lately? Or are you too old for that shit? Like I kind of am.
Yeah, I don't go anymore.
I'm coming back around. I've been to some recently and like have some plans. So I am getting back into the swing of things now that my kids are older.
Well, so were they concerts that you wanted to go to or ones that your kids was like, I want to go see Taylor Swift. You have to take me.
No, whatever. It's like back to my own concert schedule.
Lee Greenwood only, right?
Yes, I'm a greenhead.
You're following Kid Rock around the country. Is that it?
Right.
So I went to the J-Hope concert here in Oakland. You guys are big J-Hope fans, right? You know who he is?
J-Hole? I've been called a J-Hole. I don't know.
J-Hope. He is...
J-Hope?
Yes. He is one of the 7 members of the Korean boy band group, K-pop group, BTS, which is like the most popular group in the world or something like that.
And you're going to expect us to go the next 60 minutes without making fun of you.
I know who BTS is. Why you thought I'd have a shot in hell of knowing who J-Hope is. I can't.
I knew you wouldn't, but I will tell you. He is one of the 3 rappers of the group, part of the rap line. I know way more about BTS than I would ever choose to know about because my wife is a gigantic BTS fan. It's her favorite band. She listens to them all the time. She got my kids into it. So like my kids request the music and stuff like that. So
it's in English or they rap in Japanese?
Well, definitely not
or
Japanese.
Korean. I'm sorry, Korean. You said, yeah.
No, it's
sorry, my bad.
It's all the same gobbledygook.
I always thought they were Japanese. That's why I said that. But okay, so they're Korean. Do they rap in Korean?
Yeah, it's mostly Korean. They have some English words kind of like sprinkled in here and there, and then a few songs are in all English actually.
Okay.
So any knowledge I have from there is just like absorbed, from being around her, listening to her talk, like sometimes like your spouse talks, you sort of have to listen sometimes.
Right.
You guys know how it is. So anyways, J-Hope is some of the members of BTS are in the army, like the Korean army right now, because they all have to like serve in the army if you're a citizen of Korea. So he's off touring independently. And
J-Hope stands for Japan Hope, right?
I hope so. I feel less bad, man.
That's right. Make fun of Geiger for this BTS stuff, not me. Deflect. So
he's a draft dodger, or he already did his time?
No, he's out. He got out like last fall or something like that.
Is he singing songs about how he had like slit people's throats and like they're all real dark and like he died in my arms, bye bye bye. And he's like doing all that kind of shit.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of songs about like Kim Jong-un like haunting his nightmares and stuff.
Yeah, that's heavy for kids.
But no, it's mostly about like women and like money. I don't know, like dancing.
Okay, it's rap. I forgot.
It's the same thing that American rap is.
Yeah, pretty much. How great he is, all those kinds of things. So anyways, my wife usually goes to BTS concerts or the like. She has some friends that are also into BTS that she goes with, but none of them could make it to this concert. So I'm like, I'll go with you so you don't, have to go by yourself. So we go to the concert and it was good, honestly. Like they put on like a really good show. Lots of good dancing. I didn't know half the songs, like I was just kind of standing there like, yeah, all right, this is, tolerable or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the best part actually was before we even got into the show, which is there's the fans for BTS are like, they're fucking crazy, right? Like the concerts I used to go to, like a Tool concert, it's just a bunch of like angry whites, like, just sitting around like scowling and stuff, right? And like goth kids and shit like that. Like nobody's talking to each other. But this one, everybody's like actually happy to like be alive and be there and stuff. It's very strange. And they're like,
happy to be alive
because J-Hope might snap and murder them.
Were they all in the Korean army?
So all the fans, they're like, there's this culture of just like giving people free, like you give the other fans like free stuff. So we got like just random people coming up to us, giving us like keychains with like pictures of J-Hope on them. And like somebody gave us flowers and all sorts of other things. We're just like, all right. And there's like this kind of this party atmosphere in the line to get into, the like people are dressed up. They got like, custom made coats with like patches and like pictures of like the different BTS people on them. Mm-hmm. So I'm in line next to this, like this lady must be pushing 70, like maybe 68, maybe early 70s, very old lady. And she's so hyped to be there. She's got like the biggest smile on her face. And all of a sudden, it's not raining, right? Not a cloud in the sky. She pulls out her umbrella. She's brought an umbrella. And she holds it up over her head and like opens it up. It's just a regular black umbrella on the outside. Opens it up. And on the inside is a picture of J-Hope like pulling up his shirt to show off his abs. Mm-hmm. Like just like standing there with his shirt just raised up in his like belly. And she holds it high atop, like, and everybody sees it, and just the biggest, loudest scream of like the fans just went ape shit over this like thirst trap umbrella that Grandmama was opening up directly next to me. And I thought that was the funniest thing in the world. I was like, all right, this lady's here to party.
I did just double check that J-Hope is 31, so that's okay. So this is like
J-Hope's legal
later career, like Chris Hansen's tearing tickets.
Jerly legal.
Yeah. The J stands for just old enough.
So this is like later stage, like Backstreet Boys. Like this isn't. I'm sure they were popular when they were younger. Like did they?
Yeah, they've been around for like 10 years or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, but definitely a couple of them were like 15 or 16 when they started.
Right.
But now they're all like around 30 or something. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but the thirst trap pick looked legal.
It was a homemade umbrella. Like it wasn't. This isn't something she bought, or
she might have got it maybe off like Etsy or something like that. But it didn't. It didn't look like official BTS merch. Like it looked like the picture was like, I don't know, sewed on the bottom of an umbrella or something like that.
Wow, sounds like it was a showstopper though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a nice umbrella, right? You can be discreet about it. Like nobody knows you've got like this. Hot umbrella that's going to make your pants wet every time you open it. keeps your head dry, makes your pants wet.
It makes her pants wet, huh?
Yeah.
Yep, that's what happens.
I'm looking up his photos. Yeah, he looks like a good-looking guy.
How many BTS folks are? Isn't there a bunch of them?
There's 7. There's 7. Yeah,
okay, that's a big for a group.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Unsurprisingly, I guess they still look very young.
Yeah.
This is a very young look to them.
Yeah, they all look so much better looking than I could ever hope to look if I worked out, danced every day. Yeah, very talented guys, but
BTS featuring Chad. You just come skipping out. You're holding your shirt up. You guys need to make umbrellas. Just like waving it around.
all the umbrellas just spontaneously combust.
Does your wife or daughter have a favorite BTSer?
Yeah. My wife's is someone named Suga. Not Sugar, just Suga. She saw him in concert before he went into the military, which was like maybe a year or two ago. So he had not entered his dark phase, I guess.
Who is Korea constantly fighting? Like, what are we doing?
North Korea.
I know they're
I think they're technically still at war.
Yeah.
But
my favorite is Corporal Kim.
Private Sugar.
Lieutenant Abs. So.
General hotter than you will ever be.
They all kept their rank when they. Okay.
I do love their hit song "I Spit on the Grave of My Enemies." That was always my favorite of their jams. I always really enjoyed it.
Fire in the J-hole.
He did. Yeah, he ended the concert by playing his new song, which was "I Wake Up Screaming Thinking About the Demilitarized Zone." That's what he closed it out with.
Now time for my number one hit, Taps.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay, let's eat some snacks. 3 snacks, 5-point scale. Love that, like that, indifferent to that, dislike that, hate that. And I think we gotta eat these nuts first because we know what they probably taste like. This is Gus's honey roasted peanuts. Here's the package. Where's Gus's come from?
Gus's is a local San Francisco place. They have like they own like a couple grocery stores around the city, around the Bay, and so all the Gus's stuff. I think we've done 1 or 2 Gus's things before, like a peanut butter cup and stuff like that. That's made local around here.
I eat dry roasted peanuts multiple times a week. I'm a peanut fan. These things,
What, just like planters you getting?
yeah.
These
These
are
things
soft,
are
right? No.
heavily sugared. Significant coverage on these.
They had a couple different flavors at the store, like 4 or 5 different, like the spicy peanut and then like a plain and some other ones. But I thought the honey roasted one was the one I was most likely to like. So,
Well, Geiger,
Yeah.
I've had a peanut or two in your day.
I've been around the peanut block.
What do you think of these?
It's a honey roasted peanut. I mean, I will say, I feel like I am like one of the times. Sometimes when I'm at like a gas station, I want a road trip snack. I'll get one of those sleeves of like honey roasted cashews or honey roasted peanuts. I think it's like Planters or whatever. They're usually a lot sweeter than these. This is covered in sugar for sure. You know what it said, but I don't really taste honey. I taste like salt and just sugar. And you taste more of the peanut. If I just wanted plain peanuts, that'd be good. I kind of want more sweetness, which is usually not what I'm saying, but they're good. No, what the fuck? Like that, they're fine. I mean, it's a honey roasted peanut. I'm overthinking it. I wish it was a little sweeter, but they're good.
Chad, what do you think?
I'm actually glad they're not sweeter. That's I think that's something that is a positive to me. I think it's kind of the appropriate level of sweetness, and I think I do wish there was a little tiny more honey flavor, but if you put like 15 in your mouth at once, then you can kind of get some of the honey. But I think the flavor actually of this is really good. I would eat this entire jar right now, probably. I am actually just going to squeak them into a Love Dat. I think they're delicious.
Wow. That's strong. These are tasty. I think it's a pretty good honey roasted peanut. Better than like a generic brand. I prefer a dry roasted peanut. I just don't like the sweetness as much. I prefer the peanut to be like primarily salty. What I'm tasting. So honey roasted is not my top choice, but this is a good version of it. They are tasty. I'm going to give it a like that, 2 likes, and a love. Super strong start for the honey roasted peanut. Next, let's go to Three Guys Jerkin beef jerky. And you can go to 3gssmokedmeatco.com if you want to see what this is. And Chad, where'd this come from?
These came from my brother, friend of the podcast, David. He picked these up local in Colorado, Denver area somewhere. And they are wet in a way that I was not expecting from jerky.
In a way that something that is, by definition, dried out.
Yeah.
These
That was not refrigerated for sure in my house.
jerky must have had a J-Hope umbrella.
This jerky's damp. It's kind of weird.
It's thick, too. It's like, I feel like I'm just eating a steak.
I was going to say, it feels like I'm eating a leftover rib.
Put a porterhouse in a bag and called it a day.
I'm sure we have all three of us have different like sizes of it.
Yeah.
There's the main part of mine, the thickest part of it, is thicker than like some steaks I have eaten in my life. It's significant.
Novak, mine's like just a touch overdone at medium well. What about yours?
Okay.
I got that grade A Wagyu Three Guys jerky.
Grass fed.
The picture of the guys is pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
They've all got like leather jackets and what do you call those hats?
Fedoras.
Hat called fedoras.
I call them David hats because my brother wears those hats all the fucking time.
Wait, is Dave one of these three guys jerking?
He might be. They do look funny. I mean, they look like they're having a good time. All right, rate this thing. You know, it's not bad. Like, it's, you know, a lot of times we'll get jerky. It'll be too spicy for me. There is no spice at all on this thing.
No.
But there's also weirdly kind of no flavor. They are like shockingly bland to me. There's some flavor there. What flavor there is all right. The consistency is not super tough like a lot of jerkies. It's pretty easy to eat. Probably on the count of it wasn't actually dried out. It has remained wet. The wetness is off-putting to me because now my hands are like gross and I kind of don't want that in like a snack that I'm going to eat on the go. I think these are just a middle of the road indifferent to that.
I mean, this is all you could ask from a jerky, I feel like. In the way that it's really not jerky. It really tastes like jerky. It feels like my meal. This is my... So you could put this on my plate for dinner and I'd be like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, it did come with a side of peas and carrots in the bag.
It's kind of juicy, you know, the wetness, and I think the flavor's decent. I'm not sure what like spices they put on it, but it's like maybe a little bit sweet.
Yeah.
I think this is good. It's like just eating a big hunk of meat, which I find really appealing. I think it's great. I'm gonna give it a love that. It's very delicious.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Holy Toledo.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's
Like
great.
if I serve this, if I serve this to you as your meal, as you say, as a steak, you'd be like, "The fuck did Geiger make for this?" Like, wow.
Well, yeah, but I also, if I came over and you put a fucking Snickers bar on my plate for dinner, I'd be like, "Is this what we're eating for dinner?"
What's your recipe?
I'd be down with that.
I also feel like this has to be expensive. Like I didn't see a price thing on there, and Dave generally is super nice about like having costs not be an object for getting us snacks.
Yes.
But
I
I'm
do not
guessing
think
that
these
this
were
was
cheap.
right.
So I kind of in the middle of both of you. I think it is good. I think it tastes good, right? And like when you said it didn't have flavor, you're right. It's not spicy, but I think it's like a soy sauce kind of teriyaki
it's not fair to say it doesn't have flavor. There is, but it's not as strong as what I'm saying as like a lot of
that's
jerkies you
fair.
get like, you're like, oh shit.
it's got like that sodium marinade almost that almost all these kind of meats do. I thought the broccoli that it came with was good, and the twice baked potato. I liked that part. No, I'm kidding, but no, I think it's good. I don't mind that it's softer. I like it as a snack. It is also doesn't seem like it's jerky, right? It doesn't. It's not a dried, seasoned piece of meat. It's a wet bag of meat, which I like meat. So I thought
like
it tasted
wet
fine.
bags,
Yeah, I think they were smart in calling it jerky because now we're pleasantly surprised that it tastes like a better meat. Like if they had advertised this as like ribeye in a bag, we'd be pissed off. So I think I'm just going to give it a like that. Right between the two of you. I don't quite love it, but I think it's pretty good.
All right. Still another good score.
Mm-hmm.
A like, a love, and a different. Peanut's still in the lead, but we do have the famous Everest snack coming up after the break.
I'm sure the peanuts are sweating it.
You never know.
Mint,
good enough
notoriously something all three of us love.
Yeah, but I do love brown.
That's right. You like the flavor brown. Remember that.
One of the three flavors.
All right, we're coming back to a segment we were at not too long ago.
Nice.
But we're going to do a different version of it. We're going to look in the world of mascots again. All right. But we're going to check out some birthday party mascots. Some tales of people who were entertainers at birthday parties. We're going to hear their story, and you're going to decide if they were a bad mascot or rad mascot. How did they handle these situations? When difficult situations came up.
How did the mascot handle it?
Yeah. We're stretching the definition of mascot with some of these, but we're just keeping it for the sake of it. So. Like the first one's about a clown, technically not really.
The second one is about a bounce house. It's an inanimate object, but how did you think of how did it?
First one's about J-Hole, and he's, I guess, sort of BTS mascot. So, all right. So this one actually comes from a review that someone did of a clown. Tell me how you think he did for the party here. The review says, disappointed. We agreed he would bring balloons for $20. He showed up with 3 or 4, saying one got away from him. Spent time playing a video game. Walked on bowling alley and fell down. Parentheses, needed to have the bowling alley shoes.
I think I say parentheses. Party was not at a bowling alley.
Clothing seemed unkempt. Clown face makeup was scant. He did.
Was this a mascot? Did this guy just show up? Hey, I'm a clown.
Here's the kicker, though. Last line. He did interact with the kids, and they seemed to enjoy him at the party. Okay. So, Chad, what do you think of this clown? Did he... maybe he did what he was supposed to do, which is have the kids enjoy it.
Okay. All right. I've been going to... Like, you guys are out of the game, okay? I've been going to a lot of, like, little kid birthday parties over the last few years. So I am in it. I've seen everything. And kids are dumb. They will... No matter what it is, like, you don't have to do anything for the birthday party. Like, kids will love it, right? Like, you just put, like, it's at a playground with no entertainment. Like, kids are going to have a great time. So, like, even if a clown shows up and it's, like, the shittiest fucking clown, wearing the wrong shoes and, like...
scant makeup.
Looking like the Joker. Walking around saying, you know how I got these shoes? Not from the bowling alley. That's not where I got them from.
He wears fucking giant clown shoes. Why is he supposed to have bowling alley shoes?
Yeah, I don't want this. Is that a style of clown shoe? I'm confused.
I mean, maybe stay off the fucking lanes.
Here's Pete Weber here for your entertainment.
What video game was he playing? Was it? Did they have like a Simpsons arcade game there or something? Yeah. They just couldn't put down. Back off, kids! I'm about to get to Mr. Burns or whatever. So this is pretty bad. We actually went to a birthday party not too long ago where they had a magician who also did balloon animals, and it was legit. Like, the balloon animals were really good. So, you know, I mean, like, if you're going to compete in that world, you got to bring your A game, or like nobody's going to hire you. So this is a bad mascot. Bad job by this guy.
Geiger?
I am a little torn because, like you said, the kids had fun. Right. So and that's ultimately what the point of the party is.
No, kids don't matter at a kid's birthday party.
He brought 3 balloons.
Well, how much did they pay him? Let's also be clear.
No, like, Mac, he brought 4, but he lost 1. Okay.
No. Did you pay? You can't pay 3 guys jerky prices and expect filet mignon as a meal. Okay, so I bet they got a deal from this guy off Craigslist or wherever they found him, and they got their money's worth. You get what you pay for, and you had happy kids, right? Yeah. If you want better, pay more. So I'm going to say, what am I saying? Is he a good mascot or not?
Yeah. Rad.
He's rad. He's a rad mascot.
They did, as a follow-up, give him 3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, so how bad could he be?
They were sort of torn down
We do always tell our kids, you get what you get and you don't get upset. That's like something that they say to kids these days. But I think they should have got upset.
I always say cheers or booze, at least he had bowling shoes. That's what I always say whenever a clown shows up.
You get what you get. You turn over to clown, he's playing like fucking Big Buck Hunter, like shooting a gun.
And I just got a puma.
All right.
What is the funny? Is that the funniest game that a clown could be playing? It's like
Big Buck Hunter would be pretty funny.
He's like cruising USA on like a motorcycle, steering around.
DDR, just clopping around in the big clown shoes.
All right. My husband is a big, intimidating man, and he would perform as either Darth Vader or Batman. One particularly hot birthday day, he suffered heat exhaustion, and all 6'6" of Darth Vader came crashing to the ground like a tree. After making sure he was okay, the assistant told the kids that the Force must be strong with them, as they had just successfully done what few Jedi could do, take down Darth Vader.
Wait, so are we rating the guy who fainted or the assistant who did the quick save?
The whole production.
Yeah, that's a great point that Chad brings up because the assistant deserves all the credit here. That's a great save, right? And as a kid, I would have thought that was like a super cool thing. Like we killed Darth Vader, even though like not knowing the guy was like seconds away from having heat stroke.
I did not have my lightsaber or any other things. I was just standing here.
Few Jedi have sent Darth Vader away in an ambulance.
Very few Jedi have been able to deprive Darth Vader of hydration. He just gets to Tatooine and passes out, and they're like, that's all, guys. We won the rebellion.
Falls on some kid. No.
Luke, do you have any Gatorade? No, we do not.
Very few Jedi have made Darth Vader sweat like he just played a 90-minute game of full-court basketball.
Picturing Darth on the back of sitting on the back of the ambulance, like with the white towel over his shoulders, like sipping water.
He's getting carted off, just the one thumb up, like they do in the football game.
He's like laying there, and they just keep pushing all the buttons on his chest, hoping one of them's air conditioning or something.
All right, Geiger. Geiger, what do you think of the birthday of this mascot production?
That's rad. That's fucking awesome. The kids fucking defeated Darth Vader. Just watching an adult almost die is a pretty fucking thing when you're cool as a kid. Like that's watching Darth Vader get stretchered out. What shatters the mystique of Star Wars than watching him take his helmet off and beg for a bottle of water? Anakin Skywalker, my ass, this fucking big intimidating man can't drink a bottle of water.
It's still in the voice. Please help.
I've lost feeling in my legs. Can anyone do anything?
Please do not choke on your ambition, but I am choking on the heat stroke. Will you get me a bottle of water, please?
I'm starting to have visions of the demilitarized zone. Can someone help me?
Oh shit! It's actually J-Hope.
Chad, what do you think?
Oh man. Well, I hope after this on hot days they let him at least roll up his sleeves on the Darth Vader jacket or whatever. The old
Darth Vader's hairy arms.
The famous Darth Vader windbreaker he's always wearing.
It's the old Chad movie theater tuxedo rule. After I fainted at the movie theater on a hot day, and then afterwards they let me not wear the coat on my tux as a reward.
Stand above a unconscious Darth Vader and say, "I have the high ground, Anakin."
You just start waterboarding him with a water bottle, just pouring it on
his face. He sounds more like Chewbacca. I don't know what's going on.
How did the Emperor come back? Tell me. The movie doesn't make any sense. Give me the information. He's just...
Do you have a cold washcloth?
No!
We have some blue milk. Fuck you, I need water. Give me some fucking... I'm not actually Darth Vader. Give me goddamn water. My name is Doug.
I think this is a pretty good recovery by the assistant. Try to minimize the trauma for the kids. So yeah, I would go rad mascot here.
Okay, here's one about Elsa. One time I was being Elsa at a party. Elsa has magical snow powers, so the little girl said, "Elsa, can you do your powers?" I had to do something, so I said, "I'll make it snow tomorrow." And the girl was like, "No, do it now, Elsa. I want the powers now."
Make with the powers, bitch. That's all you're good for.
I insisted that I'd make it snow tomorrow. I hope it was the winter. I don't know. And then the mother just went up to her child and was like, "Magic isn't real." I was so shocked. The poor little girl was crying in the corner, and I was trying to console her, but the mom told me to leave.
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here, wizard woman.
Maybe the mom's pissed that you promised it will snow tomorrow and you won't be around.
What do you have to deal with the ramifications? Yeah.
Pass them the buck.
Do you want to build a snowman? What are your thoughts about next Thursday? Pencil you in.
Couple things here, Chad.
Yeah.
First, she promised to snow, but she also did try to console the kid at the end. So what do you think overall?
That's true. I think this, I'm going to go bad mascot, and here's why. First, the thing you mentioned about, her idea was to just, have the girl cry later when she's not around, when the mom is around, But you gotta know that, kids are going to ask you for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you need
prepared
to...
for that question.
You gotta be ready for it. And obviously you're not gonna, do real magic, right? But you have to have some better answer than, tomorrow. You know what I mean? You have to... Either just be like, "Oh, sorry, my powers don't work outside of Arendelle," or some shit, who gives a fuck? Right. Say something. So
real mad at her for not creating more lore, huh?
Outside of Arendelle or some shit. Who gives a fuck?
Hold on, I gotta go beat Gallagher. Walks over and starts playing a video game.
Magic ain't real unless you're talking about Magic the Gathering. Who wants to play? She pulls out a card. So bad mascot for me.
Okay,
your contention with her is that she couldn't just You gotta know someone's gonna be asking you to have magical snow powers. Plan for it. Like, what's she supposed to do? Like, I guess you could pull out fake snow and like just do this or whatever. But kids aren't gonna know that's not real snow.
Yeah, no, that's not the move.
I think look. She tried. I understand that the mom was getting set up for an argument the next day, but I think she was put on the spot. And like, what are you supposed to say? You can't make it snow. You just can't. You can't. As much as you two fucks wish you had weather powers, you can't.
It's true.
Make it snow. Yeah, you're just angry that you don't have the powers of Arendelle.
I just want to be Elsa. That's all.
So I think she did her best to try to like sidestep the situation. The mom is the shithead, not the mom can just go, oh, she's going to try to make it snow tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. And then tomorrow the mom, as her fucking parent, can parent the kid and be like, oh, it must have been the spell wasn't strong enough, or
I guess
she wasn't an Arendelle or some fucking shit. Yeah. So, I mean, like, it's not the mom going up and berating her for her belief in magic as a child is the asshole. I think this is a rad mascot. She did her best, and she tried to help after the kid's life was shattered in two.
Okay. You know who's good at a birthday party? Spider-Man. You guys know that.
I know
He's
that.
the best.
Get loose.
He's got a lot of twerking moves he likes to have.
It says, at my last gig, I was Spider-Man. I walked into the room, and it's very hard to see sometimes in the costume, but I see the kids and I go over to them. No one introduced the birthday boy to me, but there were two kids, and they were like 3 years old, and I said to one, hey, are you the birthday boy? And he said no, so I looked at the kid beside him and said, happy birthday. And he looked at me and started bawling his eyes out. The mom and dad swooped him up and took him away. So I tried playing with the other kid, but he wasn't interested, and the birthday boy was crying. So I go over, and he sees my mask and starts crying again. I asked the dad, should I take the mask off? And he said, yeah, that might be best. It didn't work, and he started crying again. So the parents told me to go.
Why was he crying? He just didn't want Spider-Man there? Or like,
he must not like Spider-Man. Let me take this off. Oh, doesn't like me, I guess.
So I thought it was like he was mad because he got the wrong kid's birthday.
Oh, maybe.
No.
He just cried because 3-year-olds cry all the time.
Yeah. A stranger, right? So,
listen, kid, don't cry. My powers don't work out of Arendelle or some shit. You know, like.
And I walked up to him and said, super-powered spiders aren't real! I screamed in his face.
I bent at the knees and started slapping my inner thighs.
And he was afraid. And I said to the dad, do you want me to stop doing this? And the dad said, no, I love it.
So, Geiger, what do you think?
Look, I have a little experience in this arena, okay? I have also dressed up as Spider-Man, yeah. It is hard to see out of it. It is easy to walk when you're wearing basketball shorts and wearing Doc Martens, yeah. I also bent over and slapped my legs and was kindly asked to leave the state. I don't think he was necessarily a rad mascot because literally everything about him was repulsive to this kid. Like his mere presence I am going to blame the parents a little bit for apparently inviting someone over that their kid was petrified of. But look, maybe just come in. If you know you can't see, maybe identify the kid in advance, and then come in, like walk in as, I don't know, fucking Peter Parker or some shit, and then leave and then come back as, Spider-Man. Do a little research, get a picture of the kid. You can't or better yet, get a better suit if you're walking in and literally can't see shit. I'm just saying, stumbling around, feeling the mom up. Oh, hey kid. Oh, whoops. Sorry, can't see. Sorry, I thought you were I guess the birthday boy. That'd be kind of weird.
Sitting by the cooler, drinking, just as some uncle. You the birthday boy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was water. He's cracking open a Budweiser and just draining it. This is my super-powered Spidey juice.
Should you be drinking? Who the hell are you, J. Jonah Jameson? I'll do whatever the fuck I want.
Hey, you got an uncanny X-Men machine around here or anything? The birthday boy just ran out crying. I got nothing to
do. So rad or bad? What do you think?
He's bad. This guy was bad.
Chad?
Yeah, I feel like there's pieces missing to this story here. Like, first of all, I'm confused why there's only 2 kids at this birthday party. What the fuck? He must have got there like way early, or else maybe the kid's crying because he realized
got
his
a
only
50-50 shot here. Are you birthday boy? Fuck.
Oh shit! It's that uncle at the bar I just met. I was kidding.
Yeah, maybe the kid was crying because he realized he only has one friend. He has 2 friends. One, and this like gnarly Spider-Man is the other one. But I also feel like probably this guy's suit was like all janky and shit, or you know what I mean? Like the kid's crying because he doesn't actually look like Spider-Man. He looks like Geiger's Spider-Man Halloween costume from many years ago. So this something fishy here. I'm going bad mascot.
Oh well, maybe you'll like this Spider-Man better.
Probably.
Multiple Spider-Man.
My
Is
brother
this the
multiverse. My brother was requested to play Spider-Man at a birthday party, and I went along to help. We get there, and there's a jumper and a ton of kids. And by that, they mean like bouncy house.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
My brother, being a good sport, went into the jumper because some of the little ones requested it. A little while later, a pack of 10 preteens climb into the jumper and proceed to gang up on my brother, pushing, shoving, kicking, punching him. I ran over to pull him out, and none of the parents stopped him. My poor brother's mask was almost pulled off, and his costume ripped up. So,
what the fuck?
Spider-Man says, I'll go do some flips in the bounce house. Little did he know, the street toughs were at the party.
Doing a birthday party for the Lost Boys? What the fuck was happening here?
Why are there preteens at a birthday party with a bounce house? Like, this should have aged out of bounce house by the time you're in the double digits age range. Here.
Zipping up the bounce house. You're a long way from home, Spidey.
Let me teach you how we bounce around here, Spider-Man.
I'll bounce your head off the pavement, boy. You're beating the shit out of it. All right. So, would you rather fight one green goblin or 13 preteens
in a bounce house while you're wearing a spider?
All right, Chad, I think you're up here.
Yeah. Did I tell a story on the pod about when I almost broke a bounce house at a kid's birthday party?
Were you Spider-Man?
This was
David
before.
To pull you out?
This was before we had kids, but I was like still in my 30s or whatever, and like we went to one of my wife's.
Actually, much less understandable why you were in a bounce house.
Yeah, so it was one of my wife's friends' kids, like his 6th birthday or something like that, and they invited us, and we were there. And then all the kids had gotten out of the bounce house to go like line up for balloon animals or some shit. So my wife and I are like, now's our chance. Let's go in the bounce house because there's no kids for us to wreck. So we go in the bounce house and we just start bouncing around, and I start bouncing like a lot, like doing like belly flops and like really getting my giant ass into that thing. And all of a sudden we notice like the walls are like collapsing around us. And like the mom from the birthday party is like running over to our like the bounce house, waving her arms and stuff.
Telling you to get out?
Yeah, like get out, it's collapsing. Because basically what happened was there was like the air tube was like connected to the bounce house by like a Velcro, and I had jumped so hard that it had come unvelcroed, and so now there was like no more air going in and like a big leak.
Mm-hmm.
Were you pretty embarrassed by that?
No, I mean, because I didn't permanently break it. They just had to re-Velcro it, and then like I was like, all right, I won't go in anymore. But
I remember the other time that we broke a bounce house. the three of us were at that party and there was a Spider-Man in there.
And we walked in
We were
and
like,
said,
let's
"Long
go
way
beat
from
the
home,
shit out
Spidey."
Remember when we muttered, "Oh man, it must have been those preteens afterward." We beat the living fuck out of him.
Oh, it's one of those parties with a caged Spider-Man that you can beat the fuck out of.
Remember when we hired that homeless guy and dressed him like Spider-Man and beat the living shit out of him for sport? Remember that?
Remember when we curb stomped him and then teabagged him and said, "With great power comes great responsibility, Spider-Man. Now suck these nuts." Remember when we did that?
Yeah, I remember when we told Spider-Man to suck these nuts. Pretty cool.
So if I'm giving a bad mascot for the guy getting the shit kicked out of him.
Defend yourself, Spider-Man.
You're older than these fucks, you puss. Yeah, that kind of sucks for that guy, but I guess he shouldn't have gone in the bounce house to begin with, so bad mascot.
Yeah. What a fucking idiot. Not enticing preteens to kick the shit out of him.
If he hadn't gone in the bounce house, he could have run away like a normal person when they see
Yeah,
preteens.
I mean, he's also in a position where he can't start cold clocking 12-year-olds. That's not going to go well.
That's somebody else's story. At my old birthday party, Spider-Man beat the shit out of my brother and his friends.
Spider-Man pointed at my brother, slowly entered the bounce house, and proceeded to Krav Maga him for the next half an hour. Spidey sense, just like punching him over and over again. Yeah.
Spidey sense is what he says as he hits people.
Yeah.
That's supposed to tell him there's danger.
Well, there was. He was the danger.
Your limbs are going to be tingling like my Spidey sense after I break your neck.
So what do you think about him lying prone for an hour while they're cleaning up around him?
just picks up a 10-year-old and smashes him across his back like he's Bane.
I think he's a good mascot. He went in there, tried to entertain the crowd, got his spleen ruptured, and now he's probably out the game. But good job on him to try.
While the parents are cleaning up plates and cups in the yard, like, oh, there's still a Spider-Man in here.
He's unconscious.
Nobody cleaned up that spider corpse. I'll put him in the compost bag. He'll biodegrade.
All right, last one. I worked at Chuck E. Cheese for 5 years, and we would rotate which worker would have to come out as Chucky.
Oh, they didn't have a mechanical Chuck. Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, they definitely have one come out. I've seen.
There's a mascot version.
Comes out and walks around. Okay,
yeah. One time, one of my coworkers was a tall guy and had a very deep voice. And he was in a metal band. He was in a metal band and could do the scream singing thing and loved to sneak up behind us and use it to scare us. When he was in the suit, he would sneak up behind the bratty kids and tell them in the screamo voice that he was not to be harmed. Don't even think about beating the shit out of me.
I saw what you did to Spider-Man. I know you. I've heard about these preteens.
Okay. Okay.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure he's not supposed to fucking talk at all.
You're not supposed to talk or threaten the children. Look, I think it's hilarious. I would actually look up where he worked and worked during his shift if I had to go to a Chuck E. Cheese. But that's a bad mascot by all objective counts. You're not supposed to be hulkingly towering over some poor kid who's just hopped up on Pepsi and pizza, and then go, "Leave me alone, or I'll murder you," or something like that. Like that's
Don't
not.
you fuck with Chuck E. Cheese? I'll break your fucking spine.
Why does angry metal voice sound like Michael Jackson? Shimon!
Quit pissing in the ball pit.
He's kind of become hair metal, Chuck E. Cheese.
I was saying it'd be more like let the bodies hit the floor, like that kind of voice or whatever. You know, wake up,
Corn.
come on, put on a makeup. Or that's what why'd you leave the keys up on the table? You know that song.
I'm doing the best I ever did. Now buy some pizza. I think it would be funnier if they still had. So when I was a kid, Chuck E. Cheese had like the animatronic band. It would be much funnier if he got up there and just started fucking screaming like the John Dillinger Project or something. Just like, just like screaming and like death metaling his fugaziing his way through his set while they're all sitting there like stunned silence, and like in the background the fucking whatever walrus is going ding ding ding, you know, whatever. But I have to give this guy a bad mascot. You shouldn't do that.
Why'd you leave some cheese on that pizza? I haven't been to a Chuck E. Cheese in, I don't know, probably since I was a kid. I heard now they don't have the robots anymore. It's just
That's
TV
correct.
screens.
Yeah.
That sucks ass.
That sucks ass.
Do they still have a guy come out and come around then? Or
Yeah, there is a Chuck E. Cheese mascot, like your typical like Disney mascot, just walks around. There's like the ticket games and the carousel and stuff. There's no ball pits either anymore. I think those are a liability. At least the ones
too many
I've been
kids
to.
shitting them and stuff, or what?
I think they said they were closing them down because too many kids were shitting in them. That was the reason they gave. Don't shit in the ball pit.
Time to meet the cheese.
They got rid of him because he kept standing next to the ball pit and then slowly doing the throw slit gesture every time they came over.
He would like just shove one kid's head down into the ball pit like it's a toilet.
Yeah, he did that.
Rad Santa, rad mascot. He's a rad Santa, this Chuck E. Cheese.
Do I look like fucking Spider-Man to you?
Spider-Man's a pussy. I'm gonna stand on business. Just starts throwing elbows.
I served 2 years in the Korean military. What do you got, kid?
How about I shove this goddamn pepperoni up your J-hole? Wait,
yeah, fucking
did
badass.
you rate? Did we both rate?
Yeah.
I said
gave it
bad. He said rad.
I said rad.
Okay. All right. Let's eat this mint snack that was once high atop.
All right, so this was the third snack from my brother's wife, Salastri, my sister-in-law. Thank you so much, Salastri. This was
Thank you, Celeste.
also one from that she got when she was in England visiting some of her dad's like childhood homes or whatever. So this is like one of her dad's childhood favorites or something like that. This is the Kendal mint cake. It has 3 flavors, which are called chocolate covered, white, and brown, which is very funny. And it is 3 individually wrapped mint cakes that all have a very strong smell. I'm gonna start with the chocolate covered.
I said the white.
If I'm cold as fuck on top of Mount Everest, I don't think this is what I want to eat.
Yeah, it's like I didn't think it was gonna be that hard.
Yeah,
Like-
it's like a Euro cake.
It's like a urinal cake.
Yeah. I mean, not that I've eaten one.
But I have pissed on a Kendal mint cake before, so you know.
I started with the white, and it blows your taste buds out with mint, so where like
Oh, man.
I'm eating the brown, and I can't tell the difference.
It's a big block, so it feels like it's harder to eat, but if you break off little bits, it is like an after dinner mint. we had the mint humbugs last week, and this is a similar sensation. The white one's just a pure white. It's like looks like a piece of quartz or something. The brown one's like a light brown, and you can see white in the middle. And then the chocolate covered one from the side kind of looks like it would be like York peppermint patty or something like that.
It's not soft in the middle like that. Do we know what the brown flavor is supposed to be? It's like caramel or something?
Well, I had thought that, but I'm looking at the back of the box now, and it has an ingredient list for the chocolate covered, which is like, whatever. But then for the white and brown mint cake, it is identical ingredients. Like they're grouped together. It says white and brown mint cake ingredients.
That makes more sense because they
sugar,
literally just put
syrup,
food coloring,
water, and peppermint flavor. So
yeah,
maybe there's just like some food color or something added in. Or I had tricked myself into thinking it had like vanilla extract or something in it from when I tasted it, but like they do really taste the same. And honestly, the chocolate covered one kind of tastes the same too, because you could barely taste the chocolate. The peppermint is so strong.
I do kind of want to like it.
Yeah.
Like I do like peppermint and chocolate. Like a York is a love for me. And I do like the after dinner mints. It's just the problem is sort of the form factor. It just doesn't work in this giant block. I think that's like a big detriment to me enjoying it. And you couldn't eat this like you deserve an award if you could eat like this whole fucking. Geiger and I took one box of it and split it up between us.
Yeah,
and it will take me a week to get through like the half portion that I have.
A week, but if you were at the top of Mount Everest, you could do it in like 5 minutes, right?
Yeah,
probably.
If that's all I brought.
Mm-hmm.
I think it just misses the mark. I wish it was softer. I wish it was smaller. No jokes there, and I'm gonna give it a.
I wish it was a little bit softer. I wish it was smaller. I wish it was a mid cake.
I wish it was baller. I wish I had a dick that was smaller. What?
I wish I had a Spidey and a bounce house beat the shit out of it.
I wish it was a little bit cheesier.
I wish the ball pit was baller.
I'm gonna give it an indifferent to that. Geiger?
Yeah, I'm with you. I like peppermint. I love peppermint patties. This is a little bit of a bummer. Chad hit it on the head where, like, even the one covered in chocolate just tasted like the other two. And I think it's because the proportions are all out of whack. Like, there's not enough chocolate to really, when you have that intense mint flavor, that's really all you can taste. And so the chocolate wasn't thick enough to really dent that flavor at all. So I would say that this is I'll say indifferent. I like the flavor enough, knowing that the brown is the same as the white. And really, I don't know why you sell it as two different. It says 3 flavors, and then 2 of the flavors have the identical ingredients. That makes no fucking sense.
The proportions must be different or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I did. But they taste the same, right? Yeah. So it's a little weird. I'm a little bummed out. It is a lot to get through. I will probably eat them, but I will give it an indifferent to that. They're fine.
I will say she did send these like with the not necessarily with the intention of us trying them on the pod and more with us just splitting them with our families. But
well, I'm a greedy.
You sent it to me. That's in our control now. We do whatever the fuck we want. So deal with that.
Wow.
Okay.
What do you think, Chad?
Yeah, I mean, this is the same for me. Even with the like York peppermint patty, I'm still like, I'm not that big of a fan for that, but at least like the mint on the inside of that is like soft. Here, like I really, really strongly dislike this hard form factor. Mint, I always complain about the mint, how it just like blows out your taste buds. It overwhelms everything. It tastes like toothpaste because we do mint toothpaste. It just makes me think I've just brushed my teeth, which is not a sensation I want from food. I can barely taste. Maybe if I could taste the chocolate a little bit more and it was softer, there might be some redeeming qualities. But to me, sorry, Slashy, I hate that.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw that coming. You hate mint.
Okay.
Like,
the peanuts still take the win barely today. Geiger, where can listeners contact us?
if you have ever been a mascot and tried to entertain at a birthday party and couldn't make it snow, or got your teeth kicked in by preteens, or couldn't see out of your fucking mask, if you like mint a lot, this was a good mint-centric episode for you. If you were that Screamo guy at Chuck E. Cheese, please let me know your shift and location. I would love to come watch you work. I'm a fan of your artistry.
I will fly to the ends of the earth for you.
Yeah. I will not come to one of your likely shitty band concerts, but I will, I guess, different country that we don't like too much, but I mean,
we love what are you talking about? We love South Korea.
South Korea is good. You didn't tell me which Korea he was in, not to be fair.
You think North Korea is letting people out of their country to tour the United States?
Yes. If it means we can honor BTS, yes.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Anyway, you can get a hold of us.
Worldly man.
Look, I haven't been paying attention. There's enough shit going on at home, Chad. Okay? We got to fix our problems first, like roving streets of gangs of street toughs beating up child birthday party mascots. I want them.
Welcome to Chuck E. Cheese. We got fun and games. I'll be playing the games all day instead of playing with your kids.
Du hast nicht Pizza. Anyway, you can get a hold of us.
Exit light, enter ball pit.
Okay, you can get a hold of us. Okay, I'm just waiting. Okay, we're good. Novak frantically searching death metal songs on Google.
I see the tabs open on the reflection on his glasses.
Spotify is quickly opening up.
Master of pizza, I'll be pulling your cheese.
I am a man in the ball pit, standing in your piss, Tommy. I saw you pissing here. All right. If you want to talk about any of that stuff, you can get a hold of us at 3guysjerkin.com. Okay, sorry. At YouTriedDat.com. That's .com. That's not an email. You tried that at gmail.com.
We have a website.
I just have to go to GoDaddy real quick. 1 second. Let us know what you think about our snack rating. Suggest a snack for the podcast. That'd all be great. We are also on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. If you do like the podcast, love it. If you told your friends and family about it and left us a review or whatnot. And as always, thank you for listening. And once again, thank you to Celestri for sending us the snacks.
And David for the jerky.
And David for the jerky.
Thank you both.
Yes. Yep, thanks.
Okay. That's going to do it.
And me for the peanuts.
Thanks, Chad.
That's going to do it for this time. We'll be back next time. We're trying out 3.
This is...
Yep.